man has been charged for murdering a woman after a hotel worker was found beaten to death inside a closet of a room she was cleaning. The incident occurred on Tuesday the 20th of April at the Roadway Inn located at 1710 Tamiami Trail in Venice, Florida. 46-year-old Tina Strada had worked and lived at the hotel with her husband Gerald since December of 2019. Tina initially texted her husband at 8:49 p.m. as she entered the hotel room to start cleaning, just as a safety measure to look out for one another. 1 minute after she entered room number 205, surveillance footage caught a man following her inside. The man was identified to be 30-year-old Stephen Havrilka of Venice. He was a hotel guest who had stayed there for the last 6 days. 14 minutes later, Stephen is seen leaving the room carrying a white towel in his shoes, and at 9:12 a.m. he leaves the motel. Gerald grew concerned that he didn't hear back from his wife. After all, he texted her about 2 minutes after she initially texted him, but received no response. Usually she responds right away to give an indication how long a job will take. He sent another text at 9:44 a.m, but again no response. Gerald requires a scooter to get around, so he made his way to the room where she'd been working. The door was closed, so Gerald assumed at first that she'd been shifted to another room due to being a little short-staffed, so he kept looking for her. He questioned other people, but no one had seen her. Finally, at 10:07 a.m, after still not finding his wife, he decides to enter room 205. He initially found bloodstains covering the bedsheet, but then he discovered his severely beaten wife in a closet, bruised and unconscious, with blood coming over her nose and a towel stuffed in her mouth. He yelled out for help and another employee performed CPR on her until paramedics arrived. The authorities arrived at the hotel at 10:30 a.m, and Tina was rushed to the local hospital, but she succumbed to her injuries just hours later. At around 10:38 a.m, deputies responded to a different call of a nearby intersection of Alligator Drive and South Tamiami Trail on reports of a suspicious white male acting erratically on the street corner. He appeared to be under the influence of drugs and was wearing jeans and no shirt. He was speaking gibberish and started kneeling and praying on the ground. Detectives also located a watch and a shirt he was seen wearing in the surveillance video that morning, which were found dumped in a wooded area near the hotel. It took 5 officers to handcuff and arrest the same man who beat up Tina and left her for dead. Stephen was taken to a local hospital for observation, and when he was questioned he was uncooperative. Police records show that Stephen has a lengthy criminal record, ranging from strangulation and battery of an elderly person to motor vehicle theft and intimidation charges. The investigator said that Stephen didn't know the victim, but would have likely spent days observing her. She was doing a job and she was terrorised and battered, they said. The motive of the attack is unclear. Stephen's been charged with second-degree murder and he's been held in the Sarasota County Jail without bond. He's yet to enter a plea and his arraignment is scheduled for the 28th of May. A woman in her early 30s is dead after her ex-boyfriend stabbed her at a West Las Vegas gas station. The two broke up a few days earlier and were meeting up at the gas station parking lot near Westcliff and Buffalo Drives at around 8:30 p.m. on Friday night, so the woman could give the man back some of his stuff. The woman's mother drove her to the gas station. When they arrived, the man stabbed her multiple times and then ran away from the scene. The mother, who was uninjured in the ordeal, tried to help her daughter, but she was dead at the scene. The victim's identity will be released by the coroner's office. The authorities are looking for a man in his 40s, but no further details have been released at this early stage of investigation.